And then Friday, as I alluded to last week, was going back to the office, making my triumphant return to the office. And I'm going to say right now, that did not occur. I woke up at 9:30 and I was in absolutely no state on a Friday morning to be getting into the office. So I did the responsible thing and I worked from home. But like I said, that we had a farewell drinks for one of our team members, and so I was still going to go into the city anyway. That was still going to happen. And then the farewell drinks was meant to go from 5:30 to 7:30, and then from 7:30 onwards, I'd booked another place, and I'd invited like some of our other old friends, like people who had left the firm, to come and join. We were just going to have a casual night. So that morning of the Friday, I messaged another guy because I forgot to invite one person. I said, "Hey, like we're doing this thing tonight, 7:30. Do you want to come?" And so he actually got invited to the first farewell at 5:30, and then I told him about the 7:30 thing. He's like, "Oh yeah, cool." And he actually lives near me, and he said, "Oh, how are you getting there?" And I said, "Oh, I'm probably just going to bus it." And this legend, this absolute hero, if you will, said, "No, dude, don't worry, I'll drive you to the city."
Ooh, that is an offer and a half.
And he said he would pay for parking as well. He said, "I'll drive you to the city." I didn't reply because someone messaged me on like my Skype Teams. And then 2 minutes later, they said, "Oh, don't worry, I already booked parking. I'll pick you up."
Knight in shining armor. Wow.
And then he picked me up. And my friend, he's a bit of a rev head. So he drives a Mazda MX-5
It's fine.
convertible.
That's fine.
On the road near us, he hit 130 kilometers an hour.
Why you could play? That's how fast you go as well.
Hang on. How does it feel? How does it feel to be on the
I'm
other
an aggressive driver. This guy is on another level. Look, I'm very thankful that he offered me a lift and everything, but wowee, this man was a menace. But I have to admit, this is the first time I've ever driven in a convertible, and I have to say, top down on a Friday arvo, sun's coming down, you're heading towards the city lights are starting to come out, breeze hitting you across the face as you're going across the Anzac Bridge. Whew. It was a nice feeling. I felt alive and also fearing for my life at the same time. No, Friday arvo, it cleared up. It was nice and sunny.
Interesting. But anyways, back to Sen's menacing driving.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Migs in the death seat. Like, I'm glad you had a good time, Sen, in the convertible. I've never been in the convertible. That would be nice. But I can remember Sen treats like the streets of Sydney as if it's like a Formula One racetrack, Monaco 2021. He really likes the idea of late braking.
Oh, it's amazing.
He's going around the bend, and then me and Migs in the death seat holding on to the little car thing on the top left while Sen revs around. But 130, I don't think you've ever gone 130. That seems...
No, my car physically can't go that fast. It starts shuddering if I go past 100.
The problem with Sen's car as well is like when you sit at the front, I don't know if it's a glove compartment or something, there's a bit of loose plastic somewhere. And like the faster he goes, the more it rattles.
Oh, it rattles.
So when I hear it, I'm like, bro, how fast must you be going for your car to start like shaking?
That's the sad thing. I'm not going that fast. The car's just shit.
What's the fastest you guys have been?
Probably around 130, 140, like on a highway.
110 on 110 zone because I never speed. I abide by the laws.
Coward.
And you cannot incriminate me on my podcast.
I remember like driving on a highway. So sometimes what I like to do is just drive with the lights off, just occasionally when it's like 1 a.m. And like
that's fucked. That's so fucked.
Is this the second week you got to admit it's a death wish?
It's
from last week you wanting to steer into a car. This week you're just blindly driving.
So like, this is it's a very safe maneuver that I practice because it's late at night and there's no one on the roads. It's like I'm driving down the highway or like some dark area, and then just when you turn it off and it's just pitch black and you just feel alive.
Adrenaline rush.
Truly. But the fastest thing I've ever been is like, again, down a highway. And I just wanted to see how fast I could go before I got scared. 160 is a little bit frightening when you're driving.
It's terrifying. What are you talking about?
A car not meant to go 160.
It's not meant to go that fast.
Because once the vibrations start hitting, that's when you're like, oh, I probably should slow down.
And you can't brake quickly either. You got to gradually slow down. Because if you brake too quickly, like you could swerve off the road.
Yeah, you go through the windscreen because you're not wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah.
Have you ever driven on like a freeway or whatever, and it's like a bridge? It's like, but it's a long bridge and there are no trees and it's by like the water, so there's a hell of wind.
Your car starts shaking.
Yeah, and your car if you're not properly gripping your wheel, your car starts going with the wind.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I've shit myself. Yeah, because I did this when I was on my L plates, bro.
Oh my God.
I was driving to with my dad to Canberra or something, and then we go on this bridge, and obviously I'm an L plate. I'm not even going that fast. All these other cars zooming past, but obviously I'm only used to my local roads where I can control the steering wheel. I'm going down this bridge, and all of a sudden my car starts shaking. It starts going left to right, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" And
wait, why does it happen only on a bridge?
because like that's where all the wind can.
Yeah,
Because on a
the wind
normal
just goes
road or a
straight
normal,
through.
yeah, and most motorways here, right, it's covered by like mountains, right?
True.
Whereas a bridge, just the wind, the ocean's wind.
Free for all.
Exactly. Scary. That is scary. Even at legal limits, that is fucking scary.
So what do? You have to like account for the wind?
Yeah, you slow down a bit and you have to like properly grip your steering wheel so it doesn't shake and move and, go with the wind. It's like golf, when there's wind, a bit of breeze, you put your finger up in the air, you see where the ball's going to go.
Chuck a couple of grass, see where it goes, which way the wind's blowing.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Exactly.
Anyway, so I finally made it into the city alive. No thanks to my mate. And we made it to the pub where we were having the farewell. And we were lining up to get in. And at the same time, one of the other team members in our team rocked up. We rocked up an hour late, by the way, but that's no surprise to anyone. And so this person tried to get in, and you had to show your Vax passport. So me and my mate, we got in, showed the Vax passport. This other person, she's actually from India, and she doesn't have Medicare, so her Vax passport looks slightly different. And so the guy just said, "Yeah, look, no can do today. Unfortunately, we can only, unless you have to have like the green looking one to get in. Otherwise, like even if like it had this New South Wales state like health government logo on it and everything." And he's like, "Yeah, look, unfortunately, it's a $10,000 fine if we're found to have anyone who's unvaccinated." But she's like, "But I am vaccinated. Like, it just looks different." And he's like, "No, can do."
Oh, that old trick in the book. Wallah, it just looks different. It's legit, I swear.
So like shit, what do we do? Like everyone, we could see like they were on the balcony, we could see the rest of our team, and they were like waving at us, and like we can go in, but like she couldn't. So we're like, "Oh yeah, we'll message you if we go somewhere else after." And we like kind of awkwardly said goodbye and went in.
Snitch. Oh,
What can we do? Everyone else was inside.
Give her the car keys and say, "Bring it around at 10."
That's heartbreaking, bro.
It was harsh. It was harsh, but
What did she do in the end?
that was the last we saw of her that night.
You didn't even check in? Not even a
Didn't
message?
check in. That was it was dog. It was dog. We'll see how she went on Monday. But anyway, we went in there, and the rest of our team was there, and the partners had a bar tab, and I can tell you, boys, it was aggressive to say the least. Like I said, we were an hour late, and everyone was already aggressively drunk. Within 5 minutes of me sitting down, I was already triple parked. No word of a lie. They were just ordering drinks like there was no tomorrow. And I have to say, boys, we were gaining some unreal momentum in that pub. It was a half empty pub, but wow, we were gaining some weird. It was some weird energy going on between the partners and like the juniors. And at one point, one of the partners was like FaceTiming one of like the guy's girlfriend. It was getting strange.
What?
I have to say, boys, all in all, it was a frightening return to form. And like I said, so we were going to go to like another place at 7:30, and we are going to meet up with some of our ex-workmates. But we had a bar tab, and the partners were having a good time. We were having a good time. So I made the audacious call of telling our ex-workmates to come join us and feast on their ex-work partners on their dime. And so I invited my friends over, and I got a weird looks from some of my mates when I did it, but no regrets. Like I think it was all fine, but I don't know. At the time, I'm like, shit, is this going to work out? Is this going to be awkward? I don't know. So I was going to put this to you guys. Would you guys have done the same? Would you have made the same call?
Were they able to get free drinks first of all?
Well, when it happened, I wasn't sure. But then within 30 seconds of them coming as well, we ordered another round for them. So there was no issues whatsoever. So it was all fine.
I think it's fine.
You reckon?
Yeah, because who cares? Like, I mean, obviously it's on the partner's money, right?
Yeah.
They're like way too high. Like they've got plenty of money. They can accommodate, 3 other dudes coming in and having a drink.
Yeah, but would you want
I
to
think
pay
it's
for
a little bit weird. No, obviously you wouldn't
like these
want
people,
to. No
these
one wants
ungrateful
to.
swine had left the company, right? And now they're crawling back to suckle at your teat, if you will.
No, but
Wait, hang on. What's the setup? Is it a table with like
Yeah.
everyone invited on one table?
Yeah, that was the vibe.
Oh, okay. That's. I thought it was like a bar tab there, and you're like just.
No,
sitting
so we had a
and
bar
can't really
tab
tell
sitting,
if
and we had a
come
table,
on.
and everyone was just sitting around it, and we had just had a bar tab going. So yeah, and I just said, "Yalla, come, why not? We're gonna be here." Like I asked the other guys, like, "Oh, like I have a booking for 7:30 at this other place," and everyone's like, "No, we have a bar tab here. Why would we go pay our own money to buy drinks when we can get free ones here?" And I'm like, "That's an excellent point." So I called all the boys over.
Do the other people know the boys, like the partners or the other?
Yeah, everyone was in our team, so they knew him.
I think that's fine, because it is what it is. It would have been worse if you brought like me, Cush, and Roe.
Well, you mentioned that.
That is completely rogue.
So one of my friends who had left the firm, so he left, and he left a while back, 6 months ago. I invited him. I'm like, cool, he came. He brought his friend who works at a rival firm to us.
Nice.
That guy got shouted free drinks as well. Dude, I was at the bar and the partner comes up to me. He's like, do you know so-and-so's friend? And I'm like, yeah, I've met him a few times. He's nice. He's like, oh, well, he's going to get a Fireball whiskey shot. And so our partner bought like 16 shots of Fireball whiskey for everyone who was there.
Sen, were you slightly buzzed when you made the decision of calling your ex workmates over?
I was 3 drinks deep in, and I had to drink those 3 drinks very quickly because I sat down and I had to catch up. So yes, there was a slight buzz when I made that decidecision.
Then I will say that it's not a wrong decision. Then you were buzzed. It's okay.
Well, you're going to blame that he was under the influence.
Yeah, but it was one of those decisions under the influence where I reckon you boosted the vibe. No, you said there was more people. That guy got a Fireball whiskey shot for just being a good mate, as you proclaimed. So there you go.
I think my decision was purely financially based. I think
It 100% was. Let's not call a spade. You didn't want to pay for your own drinks.
no, I didn't. But no, it was a great Friday night, and I have to say the vibes were on. The vibes were so on in the city. Every single pub was packed.
Yeah, because everyone's been waiting 4 months to go out. Even your partners.
Yeah.
That's probably why they're happy to shout their
That's
mates
100%.
a Fireball whiskey, because you had 4 months worth of social budget.
This pub, I'm pretty sure, broke the COVID rules for us because I'm pretty sure right now the rules are you have to sit down to drink. So we had the table from 5:30 to 8:30, and then they, like where we were, they got booked out by another group, so they were going to kick us out. But then I think they realized we were ordering so many drinks, and our bar tab was massive. They moved us to a downstairs area and like, oh yeah, we've got a table for you. So mind you, there was 16 of us. The table fit 6 people. So we were just standing. We were standing in the middle of this pub, which is illegal, 100%, because they didn't want to lose our business. So again, it was good fun, really good fun. And yeah, every single pub in that area was packed with people. No one was wearing masks, no social distancing whatsoever. The police did come in and check though. There was like a surprise police raid, like surprise motherfuckers, and like literally like people, like police from the riot squad, like literally 4 or 5 of them came in. To be honest, they just walked around a bit and then they just left. They didn't do anything. But
Was this when you were standing?
No, this was earlier on when we were just upstairs having a raucous time.
So you're telling me this pub was letting you 16 people stand, but wouldn't let your one mate in at the start?
It appears that way.
That's outrageous.